Aloha to all out there across the islands of Hawaii listening on the Maui Stream app. I am Juliet Butters Doty, evolutionary astrologer, bringing to you the energies of this solstice season and the new moon in Cancer. Potency is definitely the directive description of this recent solstice, June 20th. Ringing out, remember, for the next 3 months like a tuning fork. And so caring for ourselves and nurturing, caring for others in our lives seems to be the leading edge theme at an imposing level now as we move past the solstice and head towards the new moon in Cancer on the 25th of June. And it's juiced up with the potent solstice energies. The solstice, together with this new moon, both produce cardinal, world degree, initiatory strength energies, insisting that we make the moves now. Jupiter, who recently entered Cancer June 9th, conjuncts this sun and moon at the new moon, and also in the solstice moment, heralding expansion, not only in caring for each other, but also for the world, for our families, our communal and collective family, for the children, for the earth, and also appreciation for simple beauty out there all around us. Venus, in her rulership in Taurus, after emitting quite a potent harmonic through the Cancer solstice, echoing out, is having words to the new moon in Cancer, instilling a potentiality for a rocky few weeks in the financial departments, because remember Venus rules money, particularly in Taurus, and also in the food production and supply department, which in truth are our essential needs, and Venus represents our essential needs as well. And so these essential needs need to be tended to with a swift, insistent tone, I might add. So where does Venus at 19 degrees of Taurus fall in your chart? And where in fact does the jump start of initiation, 3 and 4 degrees of Cancer, occur? These energies beg the question, just what do you really care about? The world degrees are activated right now. There's 6 planets going off. What I'm meaning here is that there will be, and there already are, ramifications occurring that affect everyone, and also events that we hear on the world stage, and there's no denying it now. There's a lot happening on the world stage. Firstly, the cardinality of all the degrees that Saturn and Neptune are producing, together with Jupiter, who ropes in the sun and the moon, impulses a pioneering, go for it, take action energy to bring into form the dreams and ideals within us all, to care, to nurture, to expand, to make them real. The time for dreaming about things is somewhat over for now, and that energy will be back in the fall when Saturn, and particularly Neptune, move into retrograde motion, and then they both move right back into Pisces for a few months over the latter part of the year into early next year. But right now, there is an expansive emotional sensitivity to all that is happening, to the many who suffer. There is so much to embrace these days. Caring for one another is a forgotten quality that needs to be brought back into balance. Pluto, the planet who carves humanity's evolution in this new moon, is opposite Mercury. Perhaps a potential exposure of some hidden deep secret may be, or secrets may be revealed. It's time to care about what's actually going on around us rather than just numbing out Neptune. It's time to act on it. Have the courage, the bravery to go for it. Chiron is still close enough to the disruptive Eris, and they're both in Aries. So we've got a lot of Arian energy. Aries, remember, represents war, represents fighting, represents anger, is very impulsive, instinctive. So these two, Chiron and Eris, are squaring off to Mercury in Cancer, prompting us all to speak up, be more courageous, and communicate more about what you're concerned about and what needs paying attention to. Uranus, the planet that is, quite frankly, the boss of Pluto for the next 20 years. Remember, Pluto carves our evolvement, is presently at the last anaretic degree of Taurus. So Uranus is the planet of liberation and awakening, seismic activity as well. And being on that last degree of Taurus, which represents the earth and money, we may indeed see some sizable earthquake movements, volcanic eruptions, extreme weather conditions. We're already seeing this with Etna going off in Italy, Kilauea on the Big Island, volcanoes going off at impressive levels, producing lava, together with, there's another volcanic eruption in Indonesia actually that went off June 18th. Swarms of activity happening in Idaho on the northwest side of our country. And there's much more activity, of course, happening around the world. Financially, there's some seismic activity that may also be the case with this lunation and these energies. As Venus rules finances and money, the stock market, and she's the boss of Uranus in Taurus at this last degree. So she's potent. She's giving the sun and the moon an urgent push. And usually when a planet enters and leaves a sign, it will deliver a sizable energetic impulse for the archetype to announce the entrance or the exit. So incidentally, Saturn in Aries can denote fires and drought. Neptune in Aries, sitting next to Saturn, can represent our oceans, the boundaries of oceans and who owns them. These subjects could well become an issue over the next year or so. Also discoveries in the ocean, discovery of new lands, old past ones that are underneath the depths. Resources too from the oceanic floor can also be discovered. They're certainly mining the ocean floors now across the Pacific for our cell phones. We still have the fertile and creative Hawaiian goddess Haumea. Remember, she's the mother of Pele, and she's involved in a big way together with the goddess Sedna, who is very close to the earth now. She comes from the outer cosmos, bringing us a spiritual consciousness awakening. Both are prominent, both are transformative and bring us metamorphosis events. And they are hugely transmitting to us creative juice and also impulsing our galactic connections, our memories, our intelligences, to become part of forming our future for the children into the next decades. So by the time we get to the next full moon in Capricorn on July 10th, Uranus, the planet of revolutionary change, liberation and awakening, galactics, AI, robotics, the internet, all things genius, and he represents the collective and our communities. He will move into Gemini July 7th. This will be a big deal. moving from earth to the air. Pluto's in Aquarius, so it's really going to affect our evolution. So watch this space, July 7th. This will be felt by all of us for sure, together with the pace picking up speed and quickening markedly. It's going to be lickety-split. You won't even know yourself. Uranus will move from earth element to air, as I said. So I'm sharing this as there will be a lot from now on. A lot of information, ideas flying around chaotically on the move, causing us to need to ground ourselves, to ground our energy. So use the forests, use the ocean, meditate, take time out, sit in stillness, use your breathwork practices, and these are going to be paramount. We're really going to need them. Your focus too, Saturn in Aries brings you that quality, will assist in your drive forward to not become sidetracked, because Uranus in Gemini will sort of bring that a little bit with all the action and the energies. So pull out when you feel scattered or overwhelmed and breathe. So I'm going to give a little plug here for my talk over at the Wailea Healing Center, June 30th. It's a Monday at 6:30 p.m. till 8, where I'm going to go through all that's happening this year, the big transitional year, and as we move into next year, 2026, which will be a big change for civilization. We are going to be changing eras. So I'm going to do my best to explain all of these changes. So until the next full moon, July 10th, ahui ho. Take care.